Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Dave from mygunvalues.com, and today we kind of got a little bit of a treat. For those of you who recognize the color of the box, it says Colt right there. This is the type of gun that I don't normally often have around here very long. I've had this one a while. It's probably going to go down the road before too long, but we're going to open it up here. Take the cover off, and you'll notice it still has the original paperwork in it. In the packaging, still in the styrofoam. And we'll flip it up here. Now what we have here is an almost new in box, and I'll discuss the almost part here in a second. Colt Diamondback. Diamondback was chambered in 22 long rifle, 22 Magnum, I believe, although I'll have to check that. I know it was chambered for sure in 22 long rifle and 38 special, which is what this was chambered in. They were built from 1966 to 1988. It's part of the Snake Gun series by Colt. You had the Python and the Anaconda were probably the two most famous. You had the Boa, the Diamondback, and I'm going to draw a blank on the rest. But I believe there were 7 of them total. Exposed hammer, standard double action revolver. Had a vent rib here on top of the barrel. Again, it was chambered in standard 38 special. Open it up carefully. Rampant Colt here on this side plate. Colt logo in the grips, checkered wood grips. Says Diamondback right there. It's a 6-shot revolver. This particular one, I believe, was built in 1976. The reason I say this is almost new in box is if you get on a pair of glasses, if you're me, there's a very slight turn ring on the cylinder where it's been rotated. I put the bore scope down this after I acquired the bore scope and checked it. There is one little bit of one land that has a mark on it, like there's been a round out the tube. I believe this gun was test fired at the factory, and I believe the gentleman I got it from, who was the original, or not the original owner, the second owner, had never fired it. He bought it as new and unfired, but they did turn the cylinder while they were monkeying with it. And I've had this, like I said, a couple, 3 years, which is really unusual because I don't normally keep guns around here I can't shoot. I don't like safe queens. This one just has never gotten a chance to go down the road yet, but I thought I'd bring it out and show it to you. Just a short little video on the Diamondback, short little history. They had 2.5 inch, 4 inch, and 6 inch barrel lengths. This is the 4. They had grooves on the hammer to give you better grip when shooting it. You know, other than that, it's really, you know, basically you're paying for the name, the Colt name. It's, you know, I've never been enamored just for name. I like guns that shoot and feel good in the hand, and this one does. But something this valuable that's never been fired, as soon as I start shooting it, it's going to lose half of its value. So I've never fired it, probably never will. And as always, I'm always looking for which guns are going down the road next, so that I can keep the content fresh and keep new firearms coming. And I think this one's probably gonna bite the dust here real soon. It's gonna go down the road. But I just wanted to bring it out to you and show you what it was. I'm never gonna shoot this gun on video. Sorry, can't do it. If I ever find one that's in used configuration where I can shoot it, I will be more than happy to, but this one's not going to be it. Now I'm trying to think of what else I can say about it. It does have a fully adjustable rear sight. That's typical for the model. It was blued. I believe there were some nickel guns produced, although I've never seen one, but I believe there were some produced. Biggest key, if you're a collector and you're dealing with collector, or you want to get into collector grade firearms, if the box is with it, keep the box with it. The box is as valuable as the weapon is sometimes to raising that price. If you have the box and the original packaging and the paperwork, then the gun is going to be worth that much more when you go to sell it. Some guys are are buying these now as investments because interest rates and everything else has been so much in the tank here the last few years. So that's key. This box, don't get me wrong, this box has some marks in it, but it's better to have the box than not have the box. You're probably, after 1976, not going to get a pristine cardboard box that doesn't have any wrinkles or dents in it, but that's when this one was produced. So currently these are going anywhere from the $1,400 to the $3,000 price range. It's a really wide range right now. Really hard to track guns like this because they just are going bananas out there, especially the higher grade stuff. You get to the lower grade stuff where the collectors kind of shy away from it, not a big deal. So, if you can find one of these for a reasonable price, it's not a bad deal. Probably what's happening is the guys with the money now are the guys who grew up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s with the Diamondback, the Python, the Boa, the Anaconda, all those snake guns. It's kind of like the Harley Davidson. All those guys grew up. Now Harley's been really big for the last few years, but their membership group, their people who ride their bikes, are all aging. Younger people aren't getting into Harleys, so eventually they're going to start having an issue if they don't attract newer shooters. These are probably going to be the same way. They're probably going to stay really high for, I would guess, somewhere in the 8 to 10 year bracket, maybe 15. And then as those shooters start to age and die off, although these guns are probably going to lose a little value. And I back up to, say, the Winchester lever guns. Really, really high grade antique Winchester lever guns are still bringing good money. But the lower grade stuff that for years you were still paying a huge premium for has started to back off somewhat, because there were a lot of them made, and the guys who grew up with the Westerns in the 50s and 60s have all reached retirement age or passed on, and they're not buying those things up like they were. So you don't have that same draw of the guys who grew up watching, the Rifleman and watching John Wayne movies and watching Clint Eastwood movies. Those guys are all, getting on towards retirement or have passed away. So you're not seeing the same draw on those lever guns that you saw 20 years ago. So just wanted to bring this out to you, just a short little video on the Diamondback. And I want to thank you for watching. If you have any comments you'd like to leave and have us address, that'd be great. You can drop us a line here on YouTube, or you can send us a comment through the mygunvalues.com website. Thanks for watching and have a good day.